All right, welcome back to the show. And our first guest is Sam Harvard. Yeah, I'm sure you're wondering, is it from Harvard University? But he's one of the world's foremost business growth strategists and obviously has deployed his expertise in different fields, helping business scale massively. And of course, he's also the founder of a digital skill university, which is the fastest growing affiliate network from Africa. He's on a mission to create 5 million jobs in the next 5 years. Welcome, welcome, Sam Harvard, to the show.
Thank you very much, Zibarr.
You are based in the Dubai, UAE. I had to emphasize that one.
Why did you put D Dubai?
Eh?
All right. Why did you put D Dubai?
It's not
because
Dubai.
it's not more Dubai.
It's not Dubai.
okay.
It's kind of entirely out now, so it's the Dubai. Well,
Abi, that's it. That's the reality.
So your dream to create 5 million jobs in 5 years, has the year started? How many have you created
yes,
already?
it has started already.
How many has already been created?
Okay, so sometimes the approach you use has to be unique if you're going to create something lasting. So every time people say they want to create jobs, you always notice that most of the things they do are not sustainable. So you don't just jump and say, how many of you need jobs? Come to us, we will give you a job. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is equipping people with skills that can build businesses, that can employ people.
okay.
All right, so we're starting with getting people to understand that to be able to get jobs, it's no longer the original old route of going to school, getting a good degree, and then getting a job because that's supposed to be the next thing. But rather understanding where the world is going into, the problems that are existing right now, and the solutions that are required, and how you can solve those problems.
Speaking of solving problems, now the topic is how tech online opportunities, I say opportunities, how tech online opportunities can curb it for youth employment. So generally and holistically speaking, how can young people leverage those tech online platforms to be sustainably, employed?
Okay. I think each time I talk about unemployment or employment, I first like for people to define what employment means. So employment is not just they give you a job because they have an organization or a business and then you resume, you collect salary at the end of the month. That is not what employment really means. Employment means somebody has a goal, a business goal, and he needs talent to meet that goal. So he can't do it alone, so he goes for people who have the talent and decide to hire them to deploy those talents to help them achieve their goal. But unfortunately, a lot of young people who went to school just feel because I have a degree, I deserve to be employed. So everybody is doing a milocon for employment, and it doesn't work that way. You have to be clear about what problems you can solve, what skill you have, then you are eligible to be employed in a specific space that has a need for your talent. So it all starts with what you can do. The first and only interview I ever went for several years ago, it was at a pharmaceutical company. I read physics at third class, and the man looked at me and said, we don't fly space rocket here. So I'm wondering what you're going to be doing for us. So I will ask you this question: what can you do? And those forward questions changed my life completely, because for about 2 minutes I didn't know what to say. All right, I was just looking at everything they are doing there. What have I gone through? What do I have to offer them? I couldn't find anything I could offer them. I lost that job, but I gained something that day. And that becomes the foundation of what we teach people. So let everyone come around and find things that they could do. So it's first about the problem you can solve, and then you are eligible for employment one place or another.
So when you mention problems you can solve, I'm sure with your vast research you should have been able to highlight, like for now, the kind of problems that are existing within our space and what people can start equipping themselves with. So the question now is, could you list out, if you can, off the top of your head, problems that are existing right now, and let's just pick it up
so
from there.
first of all, when we're looking at this topic, based on what we do, we look at a globalized system where you are not just thinking about solving problems or delivering solution within Nigeria alone or within any African countries. We are looking at you being able to solve problems all over the world for different businesses. I used to live in Nigeria. I had clients who uses my skill all over the world. Now I live in Dubai, and I still reach out to people in different countries, not even appearing physically. And this has become very critical post-COVID, because COVID has showed us that you can actually solve or give value to a company or an organization from your home. You don't physically have to be there, which means people who are unemployed currently should stop looking at the banks or the companies or the physical brick and mortar around them to give them job. They should rather start to look at what can I give really, and who needs what I can give in any country of the world. And this really makes a lot of sense. We have people that we have trained now in one skill or another. I'm going to mention some of them, who charge thousands of dollars from organizations in the US. And they live in Nigeria. Some of them live in Cameroon. There's a guy in Cameroon particularly that does SEO, search engine optimizations for business websites. And this guy charges $1,500 every client per month. Sometimes he has up to 10 clients at a time paying him that amount, just imagine. And it took him just about a month to learn this skill. So he struggled for several years trying to look for a job, which is a major thing in Cameroon. Everybody wants to get a job. So you have to be on the waiting list. And most of the times, youth or young people who wants to get a job comes with nothing in their hands. And that's a big deal. So who's going to employ you because they know you, or because you will go and... I mean, they wouldn't employ you because of that. They have to hire you because you have what they are looking for. And that really is the major thing we are talking about. So first is about what can you do, what value can you deliver. Now, look at it from this perspective.
Because we still have a lot to talk about. But I think we'll just take a quick break now. And when we come back, we still have Sam Harvard with us in the studio. We're talking about how people, young people can leverage tech online opportunities. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show, and our guest Sam Harvard is still with us here, and we're just trying to find out how a lot of young people can upskill. My question now will be, how can you learn? Because now it seems like you have to learn all those search engine optimization, some of those
certain
skills, IT skills, but there's some people who are not IT inclined. So does that mean that you have to sort of be able to leverage, just find your way somehow to learn those things? If not, you can't access. You can't make it. You can't make it.
That's the sad reality, but it's still not a sad one because it's not as difficult as a lot of people think it is. We're not actually asking you to learn coding or software development. It has nothing to do with that. But you have to understand that the business climate of today, what are the needs that they have that are not satiable yet, that they still need a lot of people to fill those spaces. And one of those needs is the fact that every business wants to make more money. So there are different strategies that can be used to make more money. There are different skills and approaches that can be used to make more money for different businesses. So if you are skilled in that area, you'll be able to do very well. The last client I think I took in Nigeria before I jackpot, as it were, was a pharmaceutical company that had done about 7 billion the previous year, and they needed to scale. They were really struggling. And so I looked at them and I studied other organizations that have similar business model and what they were doing differently that this particular company wasn't doing. Then I created a model they could work with, broke it down for them, created campaign strategies for them, and then released it to them. They paid a lot of money I can't mention on TV, but here's the deal. The deal is you have to keep innovating to understand what are the basic needs of businesses that are supposed to hire you. I tell young people in school or doing NYSC or looking for job will not come because you prayed for job. Job will not come because you have a degree. Job will come because you have the skill, the talent to solve a specific keyword, specific problems for organization. No matter no vacancy in any organization, if you carry this particular measurable value we're talking about, you become desirable. You don't even have to be an employee. And that's another twist that we're bringing to this. You can be a consultant. All right. It's difficult for any company to employ me, not because they might not be able to pay, but because I might not have that time to give full time to any organization. But they still employ me. 1 hour, I charge roughly about $15,000. 15K.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
$15,000.
Say, sir. No more Sam Harvard. Is that sorry, sir?
$15,000.
Yes. That's why I tried to listen to you to talk
listen
about
to us.
Yeah,
Wow.
talk about your business
What did we
strategies.
charge him to listen to him speak?
Anyway,
I can't remember.
we know if we talk this money or air. If not, then go.
That's why.
So how would you advise
because you need to wrap
kids?
up.
Yeah, to wrap. Lastly, but briefly, how would you advise young ones now to?
So the thing is, start focusing on, or first realize that things have changed. All right, you can make a lot of money online when you learn some of these digital skills. I'm going to mention some of them right now because I know you've wanted me to. The number one skill every young person or every unemployed person should learn is copywriting. Number one.
Okay.
If you do not know how to do copywriting, you are leaving a lot of money on the table, and it will shock you how rich you can become very fast just by learning this singular skill. It is expensive to learn, but there are other ways to start for free. YouTube is one. Our platform is one. I mean, if you know my face, you know that we have given Nigerians everything that they need to be able to have these skills.
We give more, don't worry.
Yeah. And the second skill you need is presentation skill. You need to be able to carry your idea and present in such a way that people would do what you want them to do. That's number two. The third one, you need to be able to build a website. The website is kind of common, but there is this other type of website that actually makes you money like crazy. It's called sales funnel building. So the funnel system has three components. Most people focus on, I want to learn sales funnel, they focus on the building of the funnel. That's the creation of the funnel. But the strategy is more expensive. The copywriting is more expensive. So copywriting for sales funnel, strategy for sales funnel, this is where the real money is. And that's why some people build sales. So the last sales funnel I built in Nigeria was 4.7 million, 3 pages.
Oh, wow.
And someone else will charge 50,000 naira for the same thing. The difference between myself and that person is I've taken my level above learning a skill alone. I've taken into knowing how to earn with the skill. And that's a big deal that we should address. Learning a skill is not enough. You also need to learn exactly how to monetize the skill that you have learned. So what am I saying in summary? Stop looking for jobs, start learning skills. And after learning those skills, learn exactly how to monetize those skills. And YouTube can help you.
Thank you so much, Sam, because all this one that you gave us is a masterclass.
I've jotted it down.
We've jotted it down. Thank you so much for everyone watching.
Honestly, a lot of people need this information. People are confused on the problems existing and the solutions they can offer.
It's very easy.
A lot of people, we have 60 years old. We have 60 years old who are doing this. My adopted daughter is 17 and she's already a millionaire, even though she's still studying in the UK. I'm paying our own school fees.
Sam,
so
thank
what's
you
their
so
excuse?
Much.
Really?
Because of time, we still, but I know we'll continue this. Don't run away, please, so that we can still...
We can continue it and take our long walk. So that
our next conversation is on diversity and inclusive education. You don't want to miss our next conversation coming up. We'll be right back.
Okay.